Hey guys, it's Kevin Ward with Mix Coach. I am so excited to tell you about a new product I have called Mix Like a Pro. It's different in so many ways, and I'm going to tell you just how here in just a second. Now, I love videos, but sometimes there's a problem with videos. First of all is retention. You don't really remember what you learn sometimes when you need it. So, you learn a lot from a video, and then by the time you get around to using that information, you don't really remember the details about it anymore. And sometimes you have to go and find the video and reference to it and things like that. So the retention rate is a little low. Another problem is session files, a lack of session files. You don't really have anything to rehearse with. You watch a video and you antsy to want to apply what you know, but you have nothing to practice with. You surely have nothing that sounds like what you just saw in the video. And another thing is accountability. Nobody knows when you're done with the video, and nobody requires you to turn in anything. So there's a problem with accountability. Now, when I started my engineering journey that I'm on now, I'm still on it, I was kind of thrown into a chief engineer position at a studio in North Carolina. And I had no one to study under. I was kind of, it was a process of a week and a half to 2 weeks of me cramming to learn everything that I could learn before the guy I was replacing, before he left. So I had no one to study under. As a matter of fact, the first time I had to get a 2-inch tape machine aligned, which those days seems like all but gone, but we had to hire somebody from a competing studio across town just to show me how to do that. So when I learned things, I had to learn things on my own most of the time. In other words, I guess you could say I was a lot like you, because now when you want to start a recording studio, you surely don't go and get a job in a recording studio. You go and buy Pro Tools, and you just kind of learn it on your own. So basically, when I started out, I was just like you. And what I noticed when I was mixing, I had been mixing a few years and engineering a few years, and I didn't really start to gain confidence when I mixed until I started mixing beside someone. In other words, I went and hired someone to mix on a record that I was mixing on, just so I could watch. I wanted to see how he treated the very same song, and I wanted to see just how good the song could sound, versus mine. And I also wanted to get a perspective on how far I'd come and how far I had to go. So when I started this course, Mix Like a Pro, I wanted to incorporate a few things like that would help you get to the next level in your mixing. I want to give you a rundown of what this course is. First of all, it is not DAW dependent. In other words, you don't have to be working in Pro Tools to learn from this course. As a matter of fact, you can very well run Mixbus, Cubase, Nuendo, Pro Tools. This course is not really about how to mix in Pro Tools. It's more about how to think about mixing and how to think like a mixer. Now, when you sign up for this course, the cool thing about it is you don't have to worry about scheduling and time zones and things like that, because I've gone through that before, and I know how much of a hassle it is, and I know how frustrating it can be when you can't be in the class. So I've eliminated that. When you sign up for this course, you'll be receiving downloadable session files in the morning to start on. You'll also, as the 2 weeks, this course is about 2 weeks long, as the course goes on, you'll be getting daily guidance from me in the form of videos, some interviews, some MP3s, and just some emails that will show you how to mix this particular song. It's not blanket tips and tricks on how to mix any song. It's how to mix this particular song. Another thing that I thought needed to be built into this course was accountability. As I mentioned before, the only difference between pros and non-pros is the fact that the pros have to deliver. Pros can't afford to spend 3 months on one song and then scrap it and then start it over again. We pretty much have a deadline that we have to meet most all the time. And if it weren't for deadlines, we wouldn't get anything done, because believe me, as a creative person, I know it's hard to let go of that mix and call it done. What I've done is I've built in a deadline on this course, and you'll have to deliver your mix that you do. Another thing I built into this course is feedback. It's really critical that you get feedback on your mixes, because it's very important to get that how am I doing sort of thing. So one of the coolest things that I've built into this course is I'm going to be, toward the end, I'm going to be sending you a session file that has 12 different mixes of this same exact song. To me, when I heard this, when I heard my mix against 11 or 12 other mixes, it really opened my eyes as to how many ways there were to mix a song, and the fact that there is no right mix and wrong mix. There's only mixes that move you and mixes that don't. So when you get this file, and this will be toward the end of the program, I'll send it to you, but you'll get to import your mix into this, and you'll get to listen to it. Now these are all guys who've already been through the course, so the mixes are really good. You'll be comparing your mixes to some really good mixes. I'll even include my mix and the mix that made the record. Yeah, you heard me right. My mix didn't actually make the record that this song went on. I'll let you decide whether it was better or not. And for a limited time, what I'm going to offer you is you'll get feedback from me directly through email. In other words, at the end, after you've compared your mix and you've made it shine as bright as you can, I'm going to listen to your mix and I'm going to send you some feedback, okay? Now, the price of this program is $147, which, if you think about it, it's 2 weeks long. It's cheaper than the price of a plug-in, and at the end of the course, you will absolutely be a more confident mixer. I guarantee it. Or I'll give you all your money back. Promise. I'm offering this for 30 days. Now, that's twice as long as the course. So you really have nothing to lose. You really have no risk at all. So Mix Like a Pro, Pop Country, $147. All you need to do to get started is just click that little yellow button below this video, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye.